If you or someone else wants to write a fic based off of this video series, I 100% welcome it. I won't be writing it, at least not anytime soon. I don't really write fanfic. This is my version of writing fanfic. So, you know, I've said it before, but I'll say it again, especially since I'm brand new to the 911 fandom. If you guys ever want to write fanfic based off of my fandom skits, I am totally okay with it. Just please give any credit where credit's due. Like, I have read fics that are based on the skits that I've made where people have taken, like, direct dialogue from the skits and put it in the fic. That's totally okay, just as long as everyone is aware that that is my dialogue. I do want some credit if my, like, writing is used in the fic. And otherwise, you know, like, this isn't a requirement by any means, but if you guys want to let me know and send me the fics that you write based off of my skits, I would love that. Anything that you guys create that's inspired by my content, I always love it, whether it's art or fanfic. It makes my day to know that my silly little ideas also resonated with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to say that since 911 is a new fandom to this account, so there will be people who are brand new in the 911 fandom who are showing up now. Fan work based on the things that I create, 100% welcome. Just please give credit where credit's due. And if you want, let me know about it, because I love to see that stuff. You know what, this is so random, but since I've started doing my periodic height checks, I think I also need to just do little check-ins to remind you guys how old I am, because the 3 main things that come up about me that always confuses you guys is my height, my age, and where I'm from. So this is my first kind of age check? I don't know. Anyway, for anyone new, anyone who hasn't checked my profile, and anyone who has somehow missed this information coming up in any previous videos, I'm 19 years old. I turned 20 in September, I was born in 2004, and I graduated high school in 2022. So yeah, that's your periodic reminder. Next time I do one of these videos, it'll probably be in response to a comment. Right now there isn't, because I know that I've gotten a few comments inquiring about my age, despite the fact that that information is readily available on my profile, but I didn't feel like going and finding them, so. See ya next week, next month, or any other time that this comes up again. The fact that I forgot there's a 4th thing on this list, it's where I'm from, how old I am, my height, and my fucking pronouns. Those are the things you guys always ask about. All of those things are on my profile, but I know that the pronouns especially are hard to see because they're right underneath my name, and for some people, I guess if you're on dark mode, you just can't see that. Overall, they, them is the safest bet to refer to me, but honestly, the main rule for referring to me is anything but she, her. So if you want to use neopronouns for me, which I don't have a specific one that you could use, but if you wanted to, you could, it would be better than she, her pronouns. He, him, also totally okay. Yeah, they, them, safest bet, but when in doubt, anything but she, her works. Hey, Hen. Yeah, what's up, Buck? I need some advice. Are you gonna tell me what's been going on with you? Because I think Chimney's gonna be a little offended about that. What? Chimney knows, so it's only a matter of time before you do too. Is this not the thing you specifically didn't want Chimney to know about? How do you know that? It's Chimney. Of course you know that. Exactly, so what's going on? Did you ever have a crush on your straight best friend? Is that even a question? Buck, that's like a queer rite of passage. Really? Yeah. So, how do you tell them? You have a crush on Eddie? You know, I thought Athena was the only cop we worked with. You and Maddie? Buck, it's not that hard to put together when you consider everything. You know, Chimney wasn't surprised either. Do you think Eddie just knows? Hard to say. It's probably still a good idea for you to tell him either way. Yeah, well, if I don't tell him, he's gonna find out from you, Chimney, or Maddie somehow, so. And you are asking me how you should tell him. You seem like the best person to go to about it. Not Bobby? Oh god, no. Okay, this seems contradictory, but the best way is just to be straightforward. Is that a pun? Chimney's my best friend. Are you surprised? But it's, either way, without the pun, it's still true. What does that even mean? You go up to him, you ask if you can have a conversation with him, a private conversation, and just tell him what you're feeling. Yes, but how do you just tell your best friend that you've had feelings for him for 6 years and didn't realize it? You've had a crush on him this entire time? Are you really that surprised? No. Exactly. I mean, he's your best friend. I think he knows historically you've not been great at feelings. Thanks. Unless you want me to write you, like, notes or, like, a script on how exactly to tell him, that's really the best I've got for you. Oh my god, a script could work. That was a joke. No, but, I mean, no, don't Shakespeare monologue at him. What? Actually, no, don't pull out the clipboard. What is it with you and clipboards? Not clipboards in general, you and clipboards. You know what? The clipboard is a great idea. Thank you, Hen. No. Buck! Thanks, Hen! He's gonna go fire Marshal Buck over a crush. Why is Buck getting a clipboard? What? Where did you come from? I came up here to get coffee, and all I hear is you yelling at Buck about clipboards. Is that all you heard? Yeah, why? No reason. Alright, I'm watching season 2, episode 10 of 911. It's called Merry Xmas, as in EX-Miss. Oh boy. So Athena asked Bobby to move in with her. Again, I wish I had like a better idea of how much time is passing in this show. Because like, we started the show and they'd been together for 4 months. Now we're 10 episodes in and Athena's like, move in with me. What? I don't know. I don't know how much time has passed and it's confusing. Alright, so Buck is living with his sister again because Chimney kicked him out, which I mean... yeah. Second of all, there have been 2 episodes between when Eddie and his wife reunited and now we're finally seeing them together again. And it's just like, it kind of hit me like, oh, he's the new character but we're not spending as much time with him as we are the others. Makes sense, but also, okay. I mean, I don't have the best vibes in regards to Shannon. Maybe not her as a character, but definitely their relationship. How do you just abandon your kid, like not even just your husband, but also your child, for 2 years? Like, I get why she'd leave Eddie, but Christopher, and they just keep hooking up instead of talking. I feel like if they don't talk to Christopher soon, he's gonna run into Shannon and it's gonna just be like so sudden and it's not gonna be good, at least not for his mental health, to finally see his mom after 2 years just out of the blue with no warning. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen and Eddie's gonna beat himself the fuck up about it. I know. Eddie, oh dear. I'm sorry, you're actually joking. Actually fucking joking when Shannon says maybe it's the perfect place because this way we won't end up in bed. And the way that Buck literally shut up and was like, are you joking?
Actually have a conversation that doesn't end up with us in bed. Follow me? Conversation that doesn't end up with us in bed. Follow me?
Get it! Okay, listen, I don't trust men ever, but this man showing up out of nowhere, I'm getting bad vibes. Listen, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm a little crazy, but him showing up out of nowhere and talking to Chimney when he's buying something for Maddie after Buck disappeared to find someone to help them, I think this motherfucker's Doug. Maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm a fucking psychic. We'll find out. But I very much distrust this man. He disappeared. Weird. Might be weird in a good way. It might be weird in a bad way. I think it's gonna be weird in a bad way. I don't trust that motherfucker. I'd like to peel his skin off and make it into a coat. That fucking bastard. I'm talking about a fictional character. If there's an FBI agent monitoring me, I'm talking about a fictional character who is an abusive asshole, okay? In a hypothetical scenario where I'm in this universe, rip out his spine and drink his spinal fluid.
Holy crap, Jason, baby.
Motherfucker's back. This is so fucking suspicious. This is so fucking suspicious. I don't trust him. That is not Jason Bailey. No way. Fuck this guy. It's gonna be so funny if I ended up being completely wrong and I spent this whole episode just cussing out this complete stranger who was literally just a dude.
In case it's not.
Jimmy lost his wallet.
You didn't ask me if I want her.
No, he looked like he looked like he knew. He looked like he knew that he lost the wallet. Motherfucker pickpocketed him, didn't he? This is Doug, and he's trying to get in his good graces so he can find Maddie. Like, find his ID, find where he works, and find Maddie, because, you know, he works with Maddie's brother. That's what I'm thinking.
You two have an adorable son.
Thank you.
This is season 2. This is a joke. What do you mean you guys were in shambles over Buddy in season 7? And that's only just when he became canonically bi. I can't do this. First of all, again, underrepresented thing is men that feel their emotions. At least a tiny bit, enough to get teary-eyed. Buck admitting to crying every time you watch the Soldier Reunion videos and then tearing up and then wiping away a tear, like, yeah, every time. Second of all, you're falling if you are engaged. Third, well, this scene with Christopher that's being set up. Oh, Christopher. I missed you so much.
I knew Santa could do that.
They have the tall tree too.
Forget about the food. What you have here is taste. I mean, I know they call diamonds rocks, but this is a rock star. I mean, is your hand tired? Because I could help you carry that. For a while, if you need a little help.
It is a promise to Athena and her family for a lifetime of happiness, love, and all the home-cooked meals you can eat.
Oh, that's sweet. But let's not forget it's also a big damn dime. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for inviting me. I brought Christmas and I brought congratulations.
Thank you. Well, you are always welcome. Maddie didn't want to join us?
I think this year she needed a different kind of Christmas.
All right, well, come on in.
I'm excited.
Is Maddie alone at the house? I don't want to keep going. It was all so good. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I think that guy was Doug. God, he's alone.
Behold, I
Oh,
bring
they-
you good
this
tidings
is
of great joy, Chinese food, and Die Hard, the greatest Christmas movie ever made.
I'm sorry about the tree. I should.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Christmas is supposed to be about feeling safe and warm with the people you care about. That's the gift. What it's wrapped in, it doesn't matter. Who needs a tree?
Well, I decided I do. I didn't steal it. Someone left it on the sidewalk, and I didn't have a lot of time, so it's not perfect, but...
Well, who needs perfect? That's beautiful. So what made you change your mind?
The holidays with Doug, they weren't a celebration. It was a performance. You know, pretending to be a happy couple that had it all. I just didn't want to pretend this year. But then I realized that he's taken enough from me. I'm not gonna let him take one more thing, and I sure as hell am not gonna let him take Christmas. Last year was my worst Christmas ever. But maybe also my best. Because that's the day I decided to leave.
Now that is a good reason to deck the halls.
I know you tried so hard. It just wasn't right. It wasn't perfect.
It is. It was. I fucking knew it.
You'll get it right.
It was Doug the whole time.
Someday you'll get it right.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, when he's there.
Watch as he has his wallet.
I called it. I fucking called it. Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Oh, that motherfucker. I swear to God, if they go like 2 or 3 episodes without addressing this, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I don't want anything bad to happen to Maddie.
Oh, God.
I knew it was coming. I just thought that Doug was gonna do something violent right off the bat. Though, granted, that wouldn't have made a lot of sense, to be honest, for like the situation, truthfully. Because he said, especially after the time that he spent talking to Chimney, it wouldn't make sense.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink. Fa la la la. Drink. Fa la la la. Fa la la la. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink. Fa la la la.
Okay, multiple people are asking about this fic already, and this video hasn't even been up for like 30 minutes, so that's why you're getting a video reply. If any of you guys are wondering what the fic is, I am so sorry. The one thing I will not do when it comes to fics I will recommend and share that I've read is I will not recommend or share the PWP that I read. Pretty much any other kind of fic, including fics that have a plot and smut along with it, I will recommend. But PWP I will not. That is a little too personal for me, okay? As for whether or not it was any good, because multiple people asked about that, hard to say. I will reiterate, I was sitting in the bathroom and crying while I was reading it. I don't know about you, but crying and reading smut is not really, it doesn't really let you appreciate the smut. Might distract you from your emotional turmoil, but doesn't really give you an accurate idea of how well the smut is written. Okay, I did reply to this in the comments, but I just I'm sorry, this is just it's not funny, but it's actually also incredibly funny. And you're probably gonna be mortified about this, and I feel really bad, but I'm also like, this is like genuinely the funniest fucking thing that I posted a video where I was like, yeah, I just cried while reading a bunch of filthy smut. And you assumed I was crying over the fanfic. No. That fanfic was literally just a 15k word PWP fic that I was reading because I had been crying for nearly an hour, and I had cried so much and so hard that my skin was raw, and I had cried off my makeup, so I was going to wash my face and moisturize because my face hurt, and so I put on my headphones so I would like be distracted and not cry, and one thing led to another, and then I got into the bathroom and just started sobbing uncontrollably while I just sat on the toilet and had this like smut playing in my headphones because I was crying because today is the 11-year anniversary of my friend's death. It's fine. I shouldn't say, actually no, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm saying that because last year I told my therapist that, because she had only been my therapist for like 6 months when I told her about this, and she said I'm sorry, and I said, oh, it's fine, and she was like, it's fine. So anytime I like try to downplay that, I just see her stare of it's fine. So like it's not fine, it's actually really shitty, but like I've cried 4 times about it today. I actually didn't cry about it until like 7:30 p.m. after I realized that I almost like took a nap at 7:30 p.m. and I couldn't figure out why I was so tired, and then I realized I felt so tired because I was so emotionally exhausted because of the thing the brain does where it like remembers traumatic events and is like, haha, you're gonna feel like garbage on this exact day every single year because this shitty thing happened. And then I wanted to make a video talking about it, and I thought I was fine, genuinely, because I'd been kind of like, I had been aware of it, that this, like, that was the day that it was. It wasn't like, oh, I realized that this was what day it was after I realized why I was feeling this way. I knew what day it was, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I should, like, talk about grief and stuff like that, because seeing videos of people talking about grief always is nice to see for me personally, as someone who has, is well acquainted with it. And, then I just started crying like a baby. And couldn't stop for nearly an hour. And now I have cried, I think, 4 times, and it's 10 p.m. So in the last less than 3 hours, I have cried 4 times. And one of those times I was sitting and reading 15k word buddy smut. So I'm so sorry if you're absolutely mortified at the fact that you assumed that my tears were over a fanfic and it was in fact over a traumatic event of my childhood. I just find it incredibly, I find it really funny to just have a lore drop of like, oh, actually, I know that I'm super silly and goofy on the internet, and I more than likely seem at least a little bit unstable, but there is actually some Comet lore that I don't talk about a lot because it is very painful parts of my life and memories, so I don't like to bring the vibe down. Plus, there's new people coming onto this account every single day. So many of you are surprised to find out that I'm 5 feet tall, Canadian, 19, and that I use they them pronouns, let alone that when I was 8, my friend who I had known since I was literally a month old, haha, died from cancer. And she was literally 6 days older than me. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. The rest of the team is keeping something from us. Yeah? This is not a new position for me. Really? Yeah, being the captain, there is a lot of things that I do know about. There's a lot of things that I know about that you guys think I don't know about. But there's also a lot of things that you guys keep from me. What? I'm just surprised you're not in on it, especially considering what it seems to be about. What? Apparently Buck has a crush? What? I don't know, I checked in on Buck and Chimney because they were yelling. Oh yeah, I heard that. What was that about? Well, Chimney got halfway through saying Buck has a crush on, and then Buck physically covered Chimney's mouth. So. I will say, when I became a fire captain, I never expected it would be like being the father to teenagers, but you can't say we don't keep you on your toes. Yeah, considering it has to do with Buck and his relationship, that I assumed you would already know. Do you think that's why he's been acting so weird? Probably. Why do you think he doesn't want me to know? I don't know, has he ever kept something like this from you before? Once. And? When he liked Tommy. Oh. What? So he's worried about what you're gonna think about it. How did you get that? Well, when it was Tommy, Buck didn't realize that he was into men before Tommy. And so telling you meant he also had to tell you that he was into guys, which he hadn't done yet. So he didn't tell you because he was worried about what you would think about him being attracted to guys. But what would he be worried about now? Like, I know he's into men. What else could it be? Eddie, it's Buck. Yeah. I just can't think of anything. maybe try talking to him about it. Yeah, because that'll go over well right now. Every time I have talked to him, he has nearly injured himself, or actually injured himself. When did he actually hurt himself? The fire engine. That's how he hit his head on the doorway? Yeah, I told him to grab the fire hose, and then suddenly he was on the ground with a bleeding forehead. Exactly, so I think going up to him at this point is a hazard to him and others. Oh, fuck. And he had terrible timing with that, too. Wait. How's that?
Guys, I have an actual splitting headache right now. Or else I would have filmed this immediately. But I am... First of all, you have no idea what I'm about to drop on you, Eddie. But I'm so excited for it that it's not even funny. I don't know how many people are going to be expecting it, though. I don't know how... I had to film it, like, multiple times, because I essentially came up with the idea and kind of the dialogue, because, you know, I try to act out the scene before I write anything down, because it just helps with my, I don't know. And then I had my breakdown, and had to just, like, vibe for a day and a bit. So getting back to this, like, emotional scene I wrote between Bobby and Eddie that was difficult. I think this is probably the best way that I've set it up through all my attempts at filming it. But yeah, I don't think it's what you're gonna be expecting at all. And I'm really excited, and I just really wish that I could film it. And again, I will reiterate, because you guys keep saying, you know, it's okay, take your time. We can wait. I know you guys can wait. I know you are capable of that. I'm less worried about making you guys wait, and it's more just that I am impatient and on ADHD, but I am in too much pain to do it, which sucks. I am specifically complaining about, you know, my chronic pain from my fucking period inhibiting me. So that, I feel like that sounds bad. Be like, you know, I'm not that worried about you guys. Like, obviously I want to get content out to you, but I genuinely really enjoy filming. And I can't because I'm in pain. So, yeah. This is how I'm getting it out, getting this want to do this, is by talking about it in vague terms, so I don't spoil what I'm gonna do. But I'm so excited. I just want to film it.
So a few months ago, you guys may remember that I posted a video on here about how I got to be all by myself for like a week, because my parents were all kind of separately doing their own thing. So I was just alone in the house, and then I made a shit ton of food, like way too much to feed just myself. Now, so here's the thing. I reposted this video onto Instagram, and one of the things I said on this video was I was explaining why I was all by myself, and one of the things I said was my stepdad and my stepbrother are on a hunting trip. So, on Instagram specifically, someone asked, they're on a hunting trip. Is your stepbrother's name Dean, by chance? And has he not been home in a few days? My stepbrother's name is Jared. So I responded with a video, only on Instagram, being like, no, his name is Jared. And a lot of people were like, oh my fucking god, that is absolutely the funniest fucking coincidence. And I didn't realize how many people thought that was so amusing until a few days ago. It has over 500,000 views. And here's the thing. When I checked this, I was in the middle of having a conversation with Jared. I had not informed Jared that this had happened. Okay, I didn't think he would care. But now there's 500,000 people have seen this video, so I feel the need to explain. You by name or by mention are famous on my TikTok, or on Instagram, I guess. But Jared, I am the black sheep of the family with being the fucking fandom nerd. The queer fandom nerd, okay? The queer nerd ever fandom nerd, okay? So, when I realized how many views this had, I just out loud exclaimed, "Oh my god," and Jared was confused as to what I was reacting to, so I had to be like, "Okay, Jared, have you seen Supernatural?" He had not. So I had to explain what Supernatural was. And I had to explain, so in season 1, there's this iconic line from the pilot episode. This one character has this iconic line where he says, Dad's on a hunting trip and he hasn't been home in a few days. Had to explain that, and then I had to explain the video that posted, and then the comment that I got, and then the comment I responded to, and then I had to explain, before I explained what I said in the comment, that one of the actors for the main characters in the show is this guy named Jared Padalecki. That was the first time Jared had any reaction to the entire thing that I said. He was like, "Oh my god, he finally understood where I was going." All to get to the conclusion of, okay, so, in this video, I said, no, my stepbrother's name is Jared. And this video has 500,000 views. So, you're a little bit famous now, Jared. All because you have the same first name as the actor for main character on Supernatural, and are the step-sibling to someone who's somewhat known in the Supernatural fandom. I think the funniest thing about my TikTok is I give people their 15 minutes of fame, and half the time people don't realize it. Have you ever had someone so integrated into your life, someone you could tell anything, was just always there? You didn't realize that you had that until you suddenly didn't. Eddie? Remember who you're talking to. Right. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to talk to Buck all week. I haven't been able to have a proper conversation with him, and he hasn't answered any text from me, and it's weird. And I didn't realize how much he was there for me until now, and now I have this big breakthrough that I just had, and no one to talk to about it, and I would really like him to be the first person I tell about it. No, I can't. Breakthrough? Yeah. In therapy? You're still doing that? I thought you would have stopped after you got Chris back. No, getting Chris back is one of the reasons I keep going. I know the consequences of not dealing with my emotions. I cannot lose that kid again. Yeah, that is fair. So, I know I'm not Buck, but I'm here. If you need someone to listen, I can't replace him. I will not try. But you can tell me. I was gonna tell you. I was gonna tell everyone. It's not really something you keep to yourself. I mean, it could be, but I didn't want to. I just really wanted Buck to be the first one to know. Well, if you're content with waiting out whatever weird thing Buck is going through right now, then we can leave it alone. But if you really need to talk to someone about it, I'm here. I really need to talk about it. Just, please don't tell Buck that you're the first person I told about it. Do you really think he'll care that much? I don't know, but I will let you know if I tell him that you knew first. Just don't, make sure it's from me, not from you. Okay, I feel like you're stalling. We do not have to have this conversation, Eddie. I want to. I really do. Okay. I've been going to therapy instead of dating. If that's what you need to get... Okay, no, I just need you to elaborate on everything that means. I have not been romantically interested in any of the people I've dated since Shannon. And that is why everything that happened with Chris did. Everyone was pushing me to date and was saying that I needed to move on. And I thought that getting closure from this woman was gonna help with that. I didn't need closure. I just needed people to stop getting on my ass about dating. Okay, I still don't know what you're getting at. I still don't know what you're getting at. Shannon was the first person I was romantically interested in. Ever. And after she died, yes, absolutely getting closure for everything that happened, getting a conversation that I never would have had otherwise, did help a lot. But the reason I was struggling to find someone afterward, and the reason that I was struggling just so much in general, was because I wanted to find... Everyone was pushing me to get back out there so I didn't end up lonely, which... I have Christopher, I have Buck, I have all of you. I'm not lonely. It's just that those relationships are familial and platonic. Right, but... I mean, you can only get so much out of those relationships. Not necessarily, and... Look, it's not that I don't want a romantic relationship, it's just that I don't experience romantic attraction or sexual attraction the way that other people do. So I felt like there was this quota and this timeline that I had to meet, and so I felt so much pressure, but from everyone. I felt pressure to find Christopher a new mom. I felt pressure to find a partner because everyone was saying how much happier I would be with a partner. I felt pressure to fall in love. And I never did. Because that's not how I work. I can't casually date. I need a strong emotional connection to someone before I experience romantic or sexual attraction to them. And that's really hard to do when you have my job and when you have a kid. Okay. Eddie, yeah, lots of people take a while to fall in love. It's okay to take your time. I'm sorry, you're not understanding what I'm saying. There's a term for this, actually. And, I didn't actually know that there was a term for it until my therapist brought it up. So, I don't blame you if you don't know. But it's, demi-romantic and demisexual. I genuinely need a strong emotional connection. So I need a strong foundation. I need a good friendship to feel those things for people. And that's why Shannon was the only person I dated, and why I wasn't interested in anyone afterwards. It wasn't... I will admit, part of it was I needed some closure, but part of it was just... I genuinely haven't been interested.